That's true. Where do you want me to look?
Kind of in the middle.
Well, in the direction of whoever's asking the question, kind of. Somebody else up? Just tell us a little bit about the start of camp here, things you like, things you're working on. How do you approach the early days?
Yeah, it's exciting to get everyone back together. We're a couple days in, so we're starting to see where things are at, and we're happy with where we're at so far. There's still obviously a lot to work on. It's early, but we've got a scrimmage tomorrow, so we're hoping that'll expose some things, and then we'll go from there to get ready for our opener.
One of the struggles last year was scoring goals. You have a new more of a focus on that, and how's that going this year?
Yeah, our attacking personalities were a little bit more hard pressed in the execution on that end, and our forwards are more mature now, so they have some experience. They understand the system a little bit better. So hopefully it's going to turn out into more goal scoring.
And you have 10 starters returning, which is not something that a lot of teams can get. So how much will that improve this team?
Yeah, we're a much older team. We're a much more experienced team. I think it showed last year that we were young. So it's exciting this year that we don't have to really deal with that side of the game. We have only a few new freshmen coming in, and they're doing well, but it's nice to be able to rely on our older players.
You said last year that it showed that you were young. I know it's still early, but can you already see signs of where that experience is paying off, or where people are coming in maybe in a different either attitude or a different sort of approach this year?
Yeah, absolutely. This past off season in the spring, I think we worked so hard that our players have a new confidence about them, and it's driven by the work that they've put in, that they feel much more focused and committed when it comes to getting on the field and getting it done.
You guys just missed the American East playoffs last year, so that obviously, assuming left a bad taste in your mouth. So, being that it was so close, does that give you that, this coming into this season, just that extra push to get over that hump?
Yeah, I mean, we want to make the American East Conference. I mean, we want to be in that tournament, and we're not going to be accepting anything less this year.
Good.
All right.
Good. Thanks for
The U.S. versus Colombia. So yeah, it was a great.
hair all painted.
Painted
Oh,
face,
yeah.
painted hair. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun.
Setting a good example as a coach,
Absolutely.
right?
You got to be there supporting the game at the highest.
You heard some of the girls talking about it. How can that be an influence, and how can that help make this group better, just having watched the game at the highest level?
Yeah, you can't underestimate the value of actually seeing the game at its highest level. It only comes around every 4 years. You see it in the Olympics a little bit, but then it's short clips here and there because there's other events going on. When the Women's World Cup is around, it's the only thing on TV, and the support was phenomenal this year. And I think the ladies really learned a lot from watching the game and seeing performers, seeing Abby Wambach do her thing, seeing Hope Solo in goal, and the U.S. really put in a great show for us to watch.
Obviously, it's not just shown in Vestal, so everybody got a chance to watch it. So specifically, what do you guys try to take out of that to improve this team and make it an advantage?
I think just being students of the game. Across the board, the women's game is just weak as far as the tactical awareness of the game and the runs on and off the field. Understanding your role and where we want you to cover and what ground we want you to cover. I think our girls see it better now. Having watched that much soccer coming into the season, you just can't pass up that opportunity.
How exciting is it for you as a female soccer player to realize the amount of enthusiasm that surrounded the Women's World Cup this year?
I was at the opening match, in Berlin, Canada versus Germany, and 75,000 fans screaming for women's soccer. It was just beyond words. It was just really a great experience. I've never seen that many fans or been around that kind of an atmosphere for a sport. Soccer is not the most popular sport in the U.S., and so being around a country that embraced it as much as Germany did was incredible.
Who can we expect to be the Amy Wambach of this team here that's going to come up with a big header in the crucial moment?
God, a big header. Our aerial game is not our strong suit, but I think that, I think Sullivan plays a lot like Abby Wambach in just her ability to shield and inspire. the shot that Abby ripped off the post, in the final match and thought for sure it was going in, that's typically a Sullivan goal. She just finds the opening that's, a foot wide and puts it in. So.
Well, some of your experiences after being here, seeing the World Cup, that type of thing, can you bring back to this?
Yeah, I was very fortunate to get into the games pretty early and watch the warm-ups and kind of watch what goes on as the players get ready and be around the teams. Just bringing that new flavor and that fresh flavor. Being away from Binghamton for the last 4 years and experiencing soccer down south and being down there in that style, has allowed me to come back with a different look and a different style to bring to the team, which I think is important.
You talk about style, what about some differences? What may be some things you picked up there and pick up here?
Different tactical awareness, different technical drills that we do. We got to see a couple of UNC Chapel Hill games. We got to see kind of Anthony Lawrence do his thing, which he's one of the best, at the game. And that kind of bringing that flavor, bringing that freshness of ideas to our staff, being around different minds. I think Sarah's done a great job up here, and anytime you can branch out and get a different view on the game helps.